Good morning, good morning. Tuesday, October 29, daily journal entry is currently 9:15 a.m. Okay, let's go over my morning routine. Step one, I did wake up today at I got up, well, I woke up at 7:30. I didn't get up till about 7:33 and did better than yesterday, so that's good. Okay. Wrote down my goals. Should be checking them off. I hydrated. Wrote down my goals. I stretched and I meditated. Haven't had breakfast yet, but I'll be having it during the session. So I'll go ahead and check that off. I did read and got to my desk for before nine. Well, I got to my desk for 9 o'clock actually, yeah. So weekly target this week is 5%. Okay. Well, moving forward, my weekly target really is 1,500. Three trades, three good winning trades a week, and I'm done there. That's where I'm gonna keep it at for now. So it's 1,500, $1,500. All right. And not worrying about the percentage so much because this is an ends account, okay, to meet my ends meet. So that's what we're doing. Daily target is $500 and then one good winning trade and we're done, okay? Mental check-in, feeling pretty good. I think I'm coming down with the cold, all right? It was cold last night, man. I don't know. I was hot also, but I stuck my leg out the covers to cool me down, and I guess it was too cold, and I'm coming down with a cold, all right. So bear with me, but I'm feeling pretty good. Okay. I think nowadays I'm just like when I come to my desk, I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm looking for, so it's like a routine, it's like same. It's just another day at work, right? But I'm feeling good. I'm awake. I'm here. I'm ready to attack the day. Okay, so. Risk disclaimers, yes, let's accept those. Okay. I accept any risk that comes with trading today. I understand that trading comes with real risk and that losing is part of the game. Okay. You will take a loss. The only thing promised to traders. All right. All right. Let's get into it then. Okay. So, news. We do have news. It is NFP week. All right. Let's be aware of that. It is NFP Tuesday. All right. We want to be done trading tomorrow morning. All right. But let's see what today brings. We have news. Yep, we have high impact news come out 8:30, and we have medium and high impact news coming out at 10. So we have news, so we can proceed to determine our risk for the day. All right. So yesterday I did take a trade when the stream ended, when Zoom rudely stopped my Zoom because I had no memory on this disk. Hopefully, I this one doesn't get cut short either. But I did see a cell phone during the lunch session and I did engage it and it was a winning trade. So I did take a trade yesterday. We'll talk about it in a second too. Okay, so it was a win, 510. Leverage was one contract. Was it the fifth consecutive win? No, it wasn't the fifth consecutive win. All right, so my risk stayed the same. Like I said, every fifth consecutive win, I'm going to reset the risk. But not for this particular account. I'm just preparing mentally, all right, for future accounts, all right? So, like I said, I'm collecting the data, right? So right now we're keeping the risk the same, okay? All right. And then we get into our condition, okay? Condition, we are in the buy program, okay? So we're expecting the weekly candle to expand higher, okay? It doesn't have to close higher, but we're in the buy program, expecting the weekly candle to expand to the upside, okay? Let's review our expectation. Does something happen to change the weekly program? Let's see now. Dollar still rallying higher, okay? Still rallying higher. Something is about to go off, or it is going off already. Don't keep up with the news, but let the market tell me what's going on. Okay, they're currently moving in tandem, or looking like coming to that. We've come into this 4 hour busy. No, so far nothing's really changed to let me know that we're not in a buy program anymore. Still anticipating more movement to the upside. Okay, so nothing's happened to change that for me from my current understanding of price, all right? So nothing's happened to change that for me. What's going on here? Okay, and now that's done. We're done with the step one. Oh, no, we're not done with step one. We're almost one more step for step one is note buy side and sell side liquidity on the M15 time frame. Okay, so let's go do that. We're done with the journal for now, so we can zoom in here. We'll talk about yesterday's trade after I'm done here. So we'll focus on today. All right, so yesterday's price action was not looking so good. So muddy and so like okay, so below price, okay, we have London sell side, which price has already engaged in, but we have London sell side in play. Oh, so it took it yesterday, huh? Came down and took Friday's PM session low. Uh yeah, below we have London sell side, okay, and we also have yesterday's previous daily low, which we've had price engage in already, but we have yesterday's previous daily low, okay. We also have Friday's AM session low or London session low, which is still in play for today. So let's drag it out to 6 if that works. Okay, and we have Friday's daily low. And we also have Thursday's, this is 1, 2, 3, Thursday's PM session low. Let's drag that out, it's still in play. It'll still be a factor for today. And we have Thursday's AM session and daily low still in play. So I'm judging now what happens if price has a cluster of these lows below prices are more likely to come here than if there's a clustering. So paying attention to that. All right, and above price we have our premium. We have London buy side. We also have Monday's PM session buy side. We also have lunch session buy side for Monday, and we have AM session buy side for Monday. Also, there's a clustering of buy sides up here. So that's looking more likely, isn't it? Okay, and we have Monday's previous daily low, and we also have previous daily high, and we have Friday's previous daily high. That's previous daily high and AM session high too. Why is it take it to 6, right? Okay. And there you have it. We have a buy side. Oh, let's extend this one over just in case price wants to, jump abnormally higher. Who knows these days, right? Okay, so we've noted our buy side and sell side liquidity on the M15 time frame. And we're ready for opening bell. We're ready for opening bell. So while we do that, let's go ahead and talk about yesterday's trade and do a trade performance review on that since I didn't get to do it. Okay. All right. Let's get this ready to go for opening bell. So this is looking like very highly, we got a clustering of liquidity sitting up here. So keep an eye on that. So yeah, this is yesterday, right? Monday. So Monday, I think the stream ended somewhere over here somewhere. Nothing really much had happened. Okay, post 10 o'clock, we didn't get price, didn't take buy side, nor did it take sell side. Okay, so we waited patiently. Okay, and at 11:30, starting the lunch session in London close. Is it London close? Yeah, London close. 11:30. Okay, so post 11:30 time and price. All right, so we had price trade to AM session opening range key low, which should be here. We had price trade to opening a key low. Okay, so we had the key low taken. This swing low didn't offer us a displacement with a fair value gap. No, we had it took lunch AM session sell side on the 1 minute time frame, but not on the M15 time frame. It takes it all the way down here, right? But up here it doesn't take it, right, on the M15 time frame. But it doesn't matter because we had the opening range key low here that price takes as well, so we can engage in that price. All right, let me let me show the proof first before I right here was 10:28. Okay, it was in this trade for we're going at 12:05, about 15 minutes. 3 minutes until open bell, so we got time here to discuss this trade. Okay, so time and price, right? So 12 p.m. ends the lunch opening session, right? It's 11 to 12 ends the lunch opening session, all right? So we come down, take the lunch opening session low, also AM session opening range low, all right? Display swing. Let's follow the checklist, right? So key high, key low traded to, then we're anticipating a buy setup to form, right? Liquidity, key low traded to and through. We had a key low traded to and through, two of them, multiple of them, all right? Swing low, right? We had the swing low. These two have the same close, so they make a swing. Swing low with displacement to the upside, okay? Leaving a fair value gap, all right? We have multiple fair value gap. I should have entered the trade in here, but I set my limit order in here. I was lucky enough to get tagged, but really, my entry should have been here, right? And my stop was below the swing low. First candle low, which is also make the swing low. Okay, so yeah, Beverly Gap. Then was this? Are we still in trading hours? Technically, we wouldn't be in trading hours at the time I got in because this account is supposed to end at 11:30. But because I have I'm more experienced in the market now. I'm more experienced in the market now, so I understand that we can have a setup form in the lunch session depending if the time is right? Because it's post the open range of the lunch, right? 12 p.m. where you're expecting something to happen. So we did have the time aspect, not for the account, but in general, we had the time aspect, right? It's a different account, and I'm collecting experience. So with that account, I wouldn't have taken this trade, but obviously in a separate account, I would have taken this trade. But yeah, so we had the time. So then our limit order would have been here, but I say here, and we targeted a 102, and as you can see, it was hit right there. Let me show the executions. Let me show the executions. Uh, Okay, right. As you can see, I entered in at the first fair value gap, which really should have set my limit order here. I don't know why I did it because I got lucky enough for price to come into this one to tag me in. Okay. And then as you can see, I was out on this candle right there for 102. And that was the business yesterday, okay? We waited patiently. Morning session, AM session didn't offer us anything. Okay, so I stayed a little longer to see the lunch session, if the lunch session would offer me a setup, and it did. Okay. In general, 12:10 is when I want to be really done looking for a morning session trade, okay? And this one we got in before 12:10, so it was perfect timing. All right, so That was yesterday's trade. Oh no, no. Don't want to keep them on there. What did I just do? I clicked something, but hey, or whatever. Okay, and that was the trade yesterday. Um, oh, open bell. All right, it's not that big of a gap today. We don't have that huge of a gap, so I don't have much expectation in price, but we still will be anticipating a setup. All right, so step one is done. On step two, open range, 9:30 to 10 o'clock. Okay, no disruption, trading zone. All right, so post 10 o'clock, we'll be noting open range buy side and sell side liquidity, and that will give us all our liquidity we need for the day, and we'll anticipate what price wants to give up, what setup price wants to give us. But that was the business for yesterday. Okay, so even though the stream, the journal didn't capture much, all right, we waited patiently. I felt really you know, empowered that I know what I know now. Okay, I saw this swing, even though the fair value gap isn't big fair value gaps, it's still a fair value gap, right? So displacement to the upside, swing low, displacement to the upside, and even fair value gap. That's what the analyst says we're looking for. So that's what we executed on. Okay, and it yielded us first take profit. We didn't get take profit two. Okay, so this trade would have came us and took us out. So we'll be just about breaking even on this trade if we or not, not on this account, but in terms of our management where our risk stays the same after taking TP1 and then TP2, we half the risk, and then TP3 we move to break even. So TP1 we keep the risk the same. So that means it would have came and took us out here, and it would have been a little bit better than the break even trade, right? So on that particular account. So that was the business for the trade yesterday. I didn't get to do a trade performance review on that, so let's do that. I washed my hair actually, so thank God for that. It feels clean. Um, I still need to get cut, man. It's been like months. I haven't got cut. I'm really bush down there, but yeah. So before the trade, I was calm. I was cool, collected. I was kind of annoyed about the morning session. Didn't give us much, but I waited patiently for my model to tell me when it was ready to for me to be in the market. And that's exactly what I did. During the trade, I just paid attention to the price action. I liked how we didn't get body closure in this fair value gap. Oh, okay, the first fair value gap. The wicks always do the damages, the bodies tell the story, okay? And it didn't go to my target as quickly as usual, like 4 minutes, right? Because it was in high resistance liquidity. And the setup had already formed prior to it was performed in pre-market, okay? So yeah, even though it was high resistance liquidity, it still yielded us take profit one. Post trades, I was happy that I followed the model and executed as it wanted me to, okay, and it yielded me my first take profit, and I was out. I didn't, look for the market to give me any more than it wanted to, right? Today it wanted to give me TP1, so hey, I'm happy. I was happy with that. We're trading below yesterday's previous daily low coming into this new week opening gap. Do have a clustering of liquidity down here, so this is my draw, and these three could potentially be my draw. These two don't have to come here, but yeah. So yeah, that was the trade for yesterday. What I did well yesterday was that I was patient. Even in the morning session, like I didn't see my setup, so it's not like I was looking for ways to engage. All right, I was waiting for my setup to form, and it didn't form, so I didn't do anything, right? So the analyst didn't say get in, so I didn't get in, right? I waited patiently for the analyst to tell me when to engage in price, and I did. And it yielded me the results I wanted. So it was a good feeling. I enjoyed that. Okay, following the rules and getting a cookie at the end is like it's like a cherry on top, right? Um, where did I fall short yesterday? Where did I fall short yesterday? Brr, brr, brr. I'm still not waking up at 7, okay? 7:30 is okay, and it's better than what I was used to waking up at. What I used to be waking up at is better. but that's not where I want to be waking up. I want to be waking up at 7, okay? Even before 7 will be great, like 6:45-ish, 6:45-ish, 7. That's my goal to get to there, but slow and steady, right? I'll get there. I'll say that's where I fell short yesterday. How can I improve for today's trading day, right? Same thing, keep sticking to the model, keep following the processes, let the analyst lead the show and the trader follow along, right? So pretty much that was the business for yesterday. All right. We didn't get nothing in the morning session, nothing wrong with that. That's fine. That's calm, cool, collected. The model isn't there, it's not there. Okay, we don't force the trades. Even in this bearish day, we were able to capture, take profit one in this move. In the PM session, nothing really much happened in the PM session. So glad I didn't even like look at it, no engage. You don't take any liquidity here. Then it drops down. Okay. Take sell side. This potentially could have been looking like a good buy setup because we create below kilo here. Swing low, displacement to the upside, even take structure, fair value gap. Yeah, but you would have been taken out, right? And you would have took a loss, which is fine. Nothing wrong with taking losses. That was the only thing promised to traders, right? And then you get this trade too, trade to a kilo, displacement to the upside, leaving multiple fair value gaps, right? This one would have came and took you out as well. So you already used up your 2 bullets on the loss on the PM session there. But anyway, you would have got this trade here in lunch session and you would have been done for the day, right? Interesting to see how the PM session didn't really, you would have offered us anything, right? And you would have took a loss on those days, on the PM session if you had traded. Hmm. Good to know. On the day there was no news, right? So good to know. Let's get back to today. Okay, so we didn't have much of an opening range gap. All right. So I'm not expecting much from today, but hey, we let price tell us that, right? It could be a perfectly good setup that comes and yields us a big whale. But for now, we wait. We wait, let the 30 minutes be done. And at 10 o'clock, we have our antennas ready. What is this and where is it coming from? Oh, what is this high? What have you done to the world? Look at what we done to the world. Oh, I don't know what this is, but it can go. It can go. It can go. Yeah, yesterday we had a big, decent size open range gap, but not great price action. It was good pre-market. The setup was formed pre-market, which is what ICT was talking about in his in lecture video yesterday. He was talking about if there's an absence of news, right, on a Monday, then it's likely that the setup will happen pre-market, which is 7 to 9, right? And that's what happened here. 9 o'clock, we trade to a key high. It was a lunch session high, right? Displacement to the downside, leaving a fair value gap comes in there. Okay. We also have this fair value gap in there, which the opening range comes in and then it goes lower, right? Yep, and it just kept going lower until today. Right. So far, we traded to a key low, but nothing to do here. Okay, we'll wait until 10 o'clock to have all of our liquidity in place and then we'll engage. Okay, we have our first presenter fair value gap up here. Yep, first presenter fair value gap. You can see the buy signs up there. You know, bro, I hate being sick, man. Oh, should probably drink some tea, you know. Let's see. Just put the kettle on and make a cup of tea. I could use a cup of. Cup of ginger tea. See if it will warm up my insides, you know what I'm saying? No, no, not yet. Closer, almost there, ready. Okay. Let's see what we did come into a 4 hour busy, so we expect some bullishness, right? So that's what we're seeing. Nothing, no inefficiency really coming up here. All right, so we have the high, is high, and the consequent encouragement of the bearish order block. We also have a CB, a 4 hour CB inside of it. So let's see, coming lower. Silver, no, pretty, pretty. If there is tiny, isn't it? We have this low, okay, and this low down in here on the 4 hour time frame, which is a low for it to get to, right? So this is like really the last stop, last line in the sand for it to go higher, from my understanding currently. Okay, so let's see when we come into the Queenscan encouragement of the weekly CB. Okay, we should provide support now. So let's see. Dollar doing. Dollar's just going higher, just going higher. He's got he whatever. He's got business up here, innit? So dollar's just gonna keep going higher. But my dollar in my pocket it still buys me less things, right? How does that make sense? Make it make sense. Okay, so we had price trade to a key low, all right. Swing low with displacement to the upside, leaving fair value gap. 1, 2, 3, and both in the fair value gap. So let's see how price acts in here. It's about to be 950 macro in a couple seconds. Me. Okay, so 950 macro has come into this fair value gap after trading to a kilo. Is 950, which is the earliest I can get in the trade, but I'm gonna read this. I'm not gonna get into this position. I'm gonna read this and wait for my 10 o'clock and see what happens. So it'll be that entry -1, it'll be 6. Oh no, it's +1 in it. So it'll be 5. Oh my god. Cancel. So if kilo is minus the entry, oh yeah, it's +1. +1 will be 8. Okay, -2 here. Let's put it there first. And the stop will be what, -2. Will be 2. No. Let's see if we get 102. That's close to 102, right? Skim what? 141. Tad too much there, but hey. All right, guys. I do a polar lie. This could be one of those days where the 950 macro is the trade and 10 a.m. gives us nothing. But hey, it would have been a good tape reading session to see, right? Swing trade to a kilo, okay, then we're anticipating buy set up, all right? So liquidity kilo taken, okay. All right, we have a swing low with displacement to the upside, leaving fair value gaps. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 fair value gaps, right? That one would have been too high there. So, because they would have been looking, but they wouldn't have entered anyway because it'll be, right? We'd wait for 950. Where we at 950? Okay, so TP1 is getting hit right now. So you would have been tagged in this trade at 950, which is the earliest you can get in a trade, right? 950 taken out at 9:53, 3 minutes later. So if we don't get nothing at our post 10 a.m., at least we got this, right? We got a good tape reading sesh. All right, let's see 202 gets hit. $9.50 macro doing its thing. Okay, so the reason you wouldn't have gone in on the first fair value gap is because of time, right? Time is the most important thing in trading. The time aspect wasn't there, right? So when the time aspect did come into play, we were in this fair value gap. So when this candle closed, yeah, you would have obviously figured that, put your limit order there. I'm just talking out loud to myself for me to know these things. So when this 449 candle close, 949 candle close, and the macro is in the next minute, and we're in close proximity to this fair value gap, we'd be setting a limit order at this fair value gap, right? Taking out 102 right there. You were risking 141, just close to a maximum threshold. 705 to make $500, right? That was negative risk to reward, but with this model, you're gonna win more times than you lose. So having a negative RR is still fine, right? We're heading to TP2 now. Yeah, this is my drawn liquidity. These three liquidity buy sides, the in close proximity. That's a lot of liquidity sitting up here. So if it's gonna get to them, it's not gonna give them time to move their stop, right? It's gonna go straight and disrupt them. 4 minutes or 3 minutes till opening range is done. But the setup did present itself and we did get an entry at 9:50. So we'll see what post 10 a.m. brings. TP2 is about to get smashed. So let's see. Every time I get it ready every time I get it ready, it doesn't hit, right? It's like, you have it there? That's where you want me to come to? I ain't coming there then. I just stood up and did all that, man. 2 more minutes on here till opening range is done. So let's get our sell side and buy side ready to go. No, that's not what I want. That's not what I want either. So we have our low right here. It's 2 and 5. Make it 2. Have the low. You can sink it because I believe that would be it too there. And the high is what would be probably different. But for now, let's set it up ready to go, right? So yeah, TP2 again hit right now. Yeah, it would have been hit right there. Okay, so 50 to 58, 2 minutes in a straight, and at 2 we'll be half in the risk, right? So it'll be 50, 20, so we'll be looking at 72 on the high end. So TP2 we half the risk, okay? So we've taken two take profits and we half the risk there, okay? That's what we did. Remember yesterday I said instead of moving to break even at TP2, we're gonna half the risk at TP2 and then TP3 we move to break even. So that's what we're doing. So one more, well, 2 minutes until opening range high and lows are confirmed. And that 10 o'clock news coming out now. TP3 probably go ahead. You don't know yet. Not yet, my guy. Not yet. Think why are these like so thick? They shouldn't be that thick. I don't need them so thick. They need to be thinner. Need to change them. It's doing too much. Okay. Let's okay, so we have our buy side right up here, confirmed. Not confirmed on the 5 minute chart yet, but 1 minute we have that. 1 minute we have that confirmed, and obviously the low would be the same because I doubt the 5 minute candle is gonna come all the way down here. 3 minutes until the 5 minutes is confirmed, no denied. So for now, we have our opening range buy side and sell side. We still have relative equal highs up here, so very interested in price coming up here. But how it comes up there, we'll see. Did I do this one already? Don't know, so just do it again. Do it again. So I might not have to sync this one in here yet. No sync for that one yet. What news did we have at 10? We had pending home, oh no, consumer confidence, job opening, consumer confidence. It's okay. One more minute until the 5 minute buy side opening range is confirmed or denied. So let's see here. Did come into this new week opening gap. So golly. So 10 more seconds and we can keep this thing synced. One, two, three, four, five. All right, so now 5 minute and 1 minute buy side and sell side for the opening range is confirmed. All right, they're the same again today. So so now we're really tunnel visioned, right? Looking, even though you've had a trade setup form, we can still have an opposite setup form post 10 a.m. or it could be a continuation. But either way, tenors are up now, activated. We have our buy side and sell side in play. Do believe it's going to take that buy side, these buy side here. We're in close proximity to it. It could leave it and engineer more liquidity, but it's so close to it now. Would it want to do that? Let's see. don't have any inefficiency. But this very typical kinds of also. I do need to have that 950 macro of like red, right? Get ready and then green. Yeah, I need to change it back to that. Because this yellow green thing is to be red, yellow, and then green. 10 o'clock go. Just get ready, you can still get them, you know. Created above, I could above it displays feather gap and so we still have yesterday's open range buy side too. Wasn't tagged also AM session Monday. So price is trading around Sunday opening price, okay? So if this week is gonna be a strong week, if price consolidates around the Sunday open price, meaning it's gonna is not highly probable, right? It's not a trending week. If we keep trading around at and around the Sunday open price, it means price is not trending, and that we're consolidating. Life is not that deep. So nobody and me. I just watched last week Thursday's thing, so that song's in my head. Fuck. Okay, now I haven't been sick in a while, man. It's been a long time. Okay, we should be heading up there now to take the buy side and hit TP3. Well, let's see. So we know that buy side and sell side for the opening range. So we got all our liquidity set for the day. Okay. So post opening range, what liquidity is taken? That's what we're waiting to see. What liquidity is taken after the 10 a.m. after post opening range. Whichever liquidity is taken first will determine what setup would be anticipated after the 10 a.m. Okay, so buy side has been taken post 10 a.m. Okay, so we'd be anticipating a sell setup, whether that forms or not. All right, we'll be anticipating. But anyway, this trade will be hitting TP3 and would be moving to break even. All right, we've taken 3 take profits and now we have no risk in this trade. Let's see how far it'll go. Forward 2. So for sell setup that we're anticipating because we're trading at a key two, we've traded to and through a key high, right? We'd be waiting for a swing high with displacement, leaving a fair value gap SIBI. Okay, then we'll be proceeding to step 3 execution. So right now we've taken opening range buy side, and this trade, this 950 macro trade has hit TP3 and we're at break even for it. Right now we're anticipating a sell set up to form. Okay. We have multiple highs above price, so let's pay close attention to that. Do we now get a swing high with displacement to the downside, leaving CBs? That's what we're looking for if we're going to engage in this price action. It doesn't have to take these highs, okay? It can still leave this relative equal highs and then engineer buy side liquidity for a later day or later time. So we do have a swing confirmed here. This high. Yep, we have a swing confirmed here, but no displacement with fair value gap CB. So what do? Sit on our hands and do nothing. Our program is a buy program, so let's keep that in the forefront of our mind. This would be a counter trend trade. There's no inefficiencies on the 1 minute here. There's no inefficiencies on the 1 minute time frame or the 5 minute time frame or even the M15 time frames. So nothing for price to drop and news to go higher. So it should be straight short down if it's gonna come down, right? Paying attention. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-dee-da. Da-da-da-da-dee. Now, if the displacement come, because it's still a swing high, one, one, two, three, four. My last result, or not last result, is that if not the third candle involved of the swing, one, two, three, one, two, three. If the third candle is not involved in the creation of a fair value gap, then we have the fourth candle. Now, if the fourth candle is not involved in a fair value gap, I'm not interested in the trade. Like now, this fourth candle, one, two, three, four, is not involved in a fair value gap. So I wouldn't be interested in this trade, but let's see. I would not be interested in this trade. The fourth candle is not part of a fair value gap. So aye. Feel a little bit better after that tea. Yeah, that would be trading before the news, right? The 951. But it gave you a clue as to what the news was going to do, right? Came down into this busy, right? Mm. Okay, so we're getting a swing high here. Once this candle closes, we'll confirm the swing high. Whether we get displacement, leaving the fair value gap SIBI, that's a whole other ball game, right? But step by step, right? Step one has been checked off for liquidity, traded to and through. Okay, we're getting somewhat of a displacement here. Check one, step key high, traded to and through. Yes, we have that. Okay, now we're waiting for a swing high with displacement. Swing's about to be confirmed in about 1 second. Okay, we do have a swing high now. We have a swing high, but no displacement, no fair value gap SIBIs, right? So we do nothing. Sickness is making me tired. Oh, take a good ass nap right now. We get a swing high here with displacement. I don't know if I would be interested because it didn't trade back above that key high. But does it have to if it's already done it, right? These are things I still need to collect more data on, so I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Ready. Like I said, when I get this account back to 108, which was the highest it's ever been. Yeah, which is the highest it's ever been. Yeah. When I get this account back to 108, then I'm ready to go back into my funded account. So until then, let's fortify this skill and this model. So and the trust behind the model. So that's my target, that's my goal now. So just trade with no monetary reward. All right. Going up there to bad to clam these buy sides. Back to grab all of that liquidity up here. London, PM, and lunch session. They're just waiting the ripe, waiting to be. They're just asking for it, you know? They're asking for it. It's like a beacon. Beep, beep, beep. beep. We're up here. We're up here. Come and take us. We're up here. Come and take us. And the market's like, okay, I'll do that. Thank you. Another one. Thank you. Don't know why this one's is so pointed this way, right? It's maybe in the middle. Another one. Thank you. Okay, so we're taking London buy side, taking the PM session, yesterday's PM session. We have yesterday's lunch session high to take now. Also go into TP4 out here in these streets. That's the last one I have to change, right? Someone's still thick too. Ah. All right, so we're taking buy side. All right, so we're still anticipating a sell setup. Even though we have lunch session high up here, the market can still give us a setup and we will be engaging, okay? All right, TP4 smashed. TP4 smashed. Bang, 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 bang. And lunch session high smashed too. So let's see, 502, how high this thing wants to keep going. Okay, so above that we have the yesterday's AM session high. So that's our next draw. We also have this inefficiency up there too, but this is our next draw. Okay, we have that buy side up there. Okay, 500 has been hit. See 602 is right before that buy side. So let's see. Now, do I feel like I'm missing out on this move? No, I do not at all. It's good data collecting, right? So now I know next time I can trust a move like that, right? Building the confidence to be able to trust it next time, getting in before 10 a.m. and before news, right? We get a good displacement. It has to be a good displacement down for me to be interested as well. Yep. Okay, so we're getting a swing high. We trade above a key high. We're getting a swing high form now with displacement to the downside. All right, let's get ready. Leaving fair value gap. CB. Yep, we have fair value gap CB, so we can go to step 3. Are we still in trading hours? Yes, we are. Then we can set our limit when that fair value gap is confirmed, right? So we'll have our limit ready to go. What? Limit order ready to go. Trade above a key high. Okay, anticipating sell set up. Swing high with displacement to the downside. Leaving fair value gap CB. Okay, it could be another CB is leaving here. Do have this breaker in here, so I would want to be getting up in there. But let's let this fair value gap be confirmed first. All right. Okay, and then yeah, everything is check, 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 check. So once this candle closes, we'll confirm this fair value gap, and I would want to be getting in. Let's see. Let's go an encouragement of it. Oh, just right there too. So 19 minutes. So I'm gonna be getting in here. Take the long. Stop loss. Ooh! I have to do my max here. 1 and 2. Right there. So really and truly, I should be getting in down here, but this is a huge fair value gap, and my stop wouldn't permit me to allow price to come into this one. So and this is the trader doing their own thing, right? The trader in me is doing its own thing and not listening to the analyst right now. But I know risk. I'm keeping my risk in the forefront of my mind, right? If I was to be getting in here at 150, would be like somewhere here. But we do have this breaker, this down close candle in here. The price should gravitate towards. But should and would is a different thing, right? So I'm gonna be getting in at the constant encouragement, or just below it, or the third, the lower quadrant. Well, let's see here, man. Let's see here. This one will be a good one to see what happens. Okay, so before the trade, I waited patiently. We had the 950 set up. Okay, I didn't engage in that. It was too late for me to even engage. So I tape read it. All right. Wait patiently. We had buy side traded to and through. Okay. We got a displacement to the downside, leaving fair value gap SIBIs. We have 2 fair value gap SIBIs, one huge one tiny one up there. Chose to put my entry close to this down close candle, the open, and a little bit below it. As you can see, came up to it exactly, but didn't tag us in. Wouldn't that be very much so annoying if it doesn't tag me in? I do have my maximum risk on this trade, okay, and it's still not to the point where it needs to be, but that's the maximum risk, right? So we have it there. I accept the risk that comes with this trade. All right, this is going to be a good tape reading session so far. I am a little bit not anxious about this trade because I'm a little bit anxious about where I place my entry and my stop. So it'll be good to see how this trade plays out, right? Let's see. Okay, so we're getting tagged in that trade now at 10:31. We're in there. Like swimwear. So we're gonna be paying attention to price. We do have we also have this inversion fair value gap, but that's it's a bigger too. So now we're at the constant encouragement of that SIBI. Let's see how price behaves. This was where I was trying to get in at. Okay, we have this. Let's see how it plays in here. And we have this fair value gap up in here too. So let's see. Let's see. I could, yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything I could have done differently here. The analysts would say get in here -1 tick, but this is a huge inefficiency, a huge fair value gap. So when the fair value gap is huge like that, I want to be entering close to the consequent encouragement, right? At the consequent encouragement or just a little bit below it. Let's see. I don't want price to completely close in this fair value gap. Brrr. We left a BISI in there, so that's not looking too good right now. We left the BISI right here. So these BISIs are in close proximity, so I wonder if I could just do that, right? We have this, I said BISI, I mean CBs. We have this CB, and then this makes a whole nother CB. So we'll join them and see what happens. Oh, we should use the consequent encouragement here, right? Okay, so we've come into this volume imbalance up here. So I want to see this keep price lower. See if it can keep price lower. So would the volume imbalance be a good place to have entered then, right? It would give me less risk, right? It would be less risk, but that would be would it is it less probability to be hit, right? Anyway, let's see how this trade plays out. It's not looking too good right now, though. It's not looking too good coming to that order block. All right. So the consequent encouragement of this order block is literally my last leg, right? Low bell and 5 bearish. All right, so the consequent encouragement, if we get a body closure in here, then I'm toast, right? This is my last land in the sand for this trader. So pretty much came into, I don't know what the tick was up in here, like probably like 150 or something, 140 something ticks. I was gonna show me 102. Like maybe it'll tell me in a second. I'm about to hit the stop loss anyway, so it'll show me 121, 124 in terms of the drawdown. But I like that it's wicking in here and not closing above the fair value gap. But is that enough? Would that be enough for this trade? Is that enough? Is that enough? Two candles now wicked in there, and we close below the volume imbalance. The body closures are happening below the volume imbalance. So is that enough? And is this trade even worth it? Let's see. So we were tagged in this trade at 10:31. Yep, 10:31, I believe it was. Okay. 6 minutes later, still in this trade. It's about to be 7 minutes in this trade now. We are at our maximum stop loss, okay? So 150, which is 750 in terms of monetary value. I don't like that we just got a closure above that volume imbalance now. This candle close above the volume imbalance. So it's not looking too good for this trade. We still have the order block and the mean threshold of the order block, but not looking good so far for my limited understanding of price action anyway. So let's see. Let's see. Right now in this trade, I'm trying to see where it would have been best to have entered, right? Obviously, I got in on the low hanging fruit option, not really the low hanging fruit bit up here, but that would entail my stop loss getting hit sooner than it would have been. If I had gotten down here, my stop loss of 150 would have been, let's see, definitely would have been getting hit. It's a short position. So if I had got in here, let's say, all right, and it's a short position, sell setup, -1. So it will be 5. Right, so if I had gotten there, stop loss 150 ticks, yeah, it would be getting smashed right there, right? So this is where experience comes into play, right? The experience I'm trying to build comes into play when it's a large fair value gap like that. Where is best to get in? Where is it best to get in? I like that we're not getting no body closures above the fair value gap, the SIBI. Okay, there's two SIBIs combined. I like that. But is that enough? Right? But yeah, no, back to this. So yeah, 150 would have been hit here, right? So now is a question of where else is the best next option to enter on large CBs and BCs like that, right? So I'll say the Quinn encouragement -1. Yeah, let's do that and see. Quinn encouragement -1 before. Say 102. Yeah, and stop loss would be up here. Yeah, be 102. Would be at the swing high +2. 5 here. And it would be 162 ticks, still too much. It would be 50, 150. 150 takes us to just a little bit below the swing, right? So would there have been a better entry in terms of where I got in? I was close proximity to where I got in at, but like is it likely that it would have been hit, on this large CB, or could it have just come up in here and just kept going down? Who knows? But this trade's about to be toast. We're boiling in hot water, and now we've got a closure at the top quadrant of the CB. We're about to get cooked or what? We're in hot water right now, though. In hot water. It's boiling. It's too hot. Take me out already, right? Put me out my misery. Grr. It's worse to be in hot boiling water than to be like out of it, right? After you've been in it. No. Take me out already. So we did create this order block inside of that. So let's see, man. Let's see. This is a good case study, though. This is a good case study. I like it. I like it. So far, I'm not having, yeah, we got a closure above that CB now, which is not in more enough to for me to want to close the trade, but it's not looking good, right? So we have the mean threshold of this order block, and if that, goes, then that's it. The trade is cooked. That trade is cooked. Toast. Which is no problem. It would just be meaning that this one will be hitting TP6 up here. But let's see how it behaves at the mean threshold of the order block. Not looking so too good so fast, but hey, it's a good case study. I like it. Imagine it just drops now and just comes to the TP. That would be insane. But hey, this is not hope trading. This is price action trading, right? We're letting the price tell us and do what it wants to do. I would like to see a displacement here, leaving a CB. That'd be very nice. I don't want to see that price trade above this candle. I don't want to see that because it's hit the mean threshold on that candle. So if it's gonna do what it needs, if it's gonna come lower, it needs to do it now. It needs to do it now. No, no, no. It needs to do it now. Been in this trade now for what? We was taking that 10:31, 9, 14 minutes now. And we've been in boiling water since we got in, right? Definitely, we've been in boiling water since we got in the trade. We've been cooking for 15 minutes. Was it today? This is the day coming in here? Hello, hello, hello. Yeah.
So you mean,
Good, you? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so
Yeah.
far so good.
Another day at work, right?
Yeah, absolutely. No, how you been doing?
I've been doing good. Trading's been going well. Yeah, yeah.
That's what's up. Thank you so much.
Quick and easy.
How are you doing?
You too. Thank you.
No.
Okay. Yeah, like I was saying, if it needs to, if you want, if it's coming down, it has to come now, right? Now it can do that. It can be permitted to come to the opening again, okay, but not beat this high, this candle's high. If it does that, we're 90% toast. But yeah, we've been cooking since we got in this trade. uh, we still do have that high up there, so the AM session high. So let's see. It doesn't have to hit it though. You can just create a relative equal high and still drop. But let's see. So entering at the consequent encouragement, which is, in close proximity to my entry, would have been, the ideal entry point or the volume imbalance. But it needs to go now though. Or maybe it's waiting for the 1050 macro to, if we're in this trade before 1050 macro, could be a good sign, could also not be a good sign, but we'll see. We got 2 minutes. Let's see if we stay in this trade and we get to witness a 1050 macro displacement to the downside, or no, or to the upside, right? To take that buy side up there. But as long as we don't trade above this candle high, I got some kind of hope for this trade, right? As long as it don't go above that high, because it's come to the mean threshold. So if it's gonna go lower, it needs to do it from there. And so far is not much happening. It's given bearish, odd block right here. So expecting that. Expect this. Let's see if we take this lower, or if we trade into this BC in here. But 1 more minute until 1050 macro, and hopefully we gain a displacement to the downside, right? So we'll see. So far, it's meandering after hitting the mean threshold. I would have wanted to see more of a displacement to the downside after hitting the mean threshold of that order block, but it didn't give much of a displacement to the downside. So how am I feeling in this trade now? Watching price do what it's doing, right? The I'm okay because now it's in the model and market's hands, right? There's nothing much the trader can do right now. Just pay attention, right? I've done my part, right? So this part is not on me. It's not on me, right? It's in the model and the market's hands. 950 macro in 3 seconds. We're still in here, so it can go the either way right now, right? 950 can displace up into that buy side or displace lower. Okay, so 950, we're hitting the opening of that order block. So now we've been in there for about 20 minutes. 20 minutes and nothing's happened yet. We've been cooking though. This whole time we've just been in drawdown. But yeah, I need more experiences of this before I'm ready for my funded accounts. Now, I need more. I need to feel this more for it to be like, okay, you know. Like I said, if we don't trade back above that, we should be fine in this trade. But if we do, that's it. If we do, that's it. I can delete this thing now because of what I wanted to get out of it. Hey, if you want to take me out already, man. I'm tired of cooking and boiling in here. Bro, I'm tired of it. Do something. Once again, we're selling, right, in a buy program. So sales are less likely to pan out because you're going against a condition, a weekly condition. Right? So that's why he says to go in a lower leverage if you're going against your weekly program. That could have just been profit taken happening there, and it led to that displacement. So it's good to know. It is pretty much respecting that order block though. So far anyways, respecting that order block, bearish order block. But we've come to the mean threshold, and we haven't displaced lower. So is that much? How much of a respect is that, right? Yeah, you're gonna do it, do it, do it. If you're gonna do it, do it. Yeah, I do know that I don't want to be in trades like this though, because what you got going on, bro? 20 minutes, over 20 minutes, and you still haven't given me a direction or like, taking me out or for loss or for profit. I'm still meandering this trade. Yeah, if we get above this, the mean threshold, yeah, we're toast. Toast, man. Cooked. Yeah. All right, and we're taking out a 1053 for our maximum loss. We're gonna keep watching this trade and see what it does. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay, so post 10 o'clock, we trade to a key high, multiple key highs, to and through them. Okay. Well, we're not getting the closure at the mean threshold. So let's see. All right, then we displace lower. Okay, swing high, displacement lower, leaving fair value gap. CBs. Okay. All right, also large fair value gap CB. So that's where the experience comes in. All right. I didn't want to enter in here because that would mean my stop loss wouldn't allow me to cover this fair value gap, right? So I got in, we're close to this breaker. High. It's not low and low high though. It's a high, 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 low, low type shit. We haven't got a closure at the mean threshold yet. Okay, so I entered right here. Probably should have entered a little bit below consequent encouragement, but I entered here for my stop at 150, which was right here, right here, because came and took me out, which was the max. It couldn't go above the first candle high or the swing, which because it's in close proximity, because I have a max stop loss that I'm willing to, take and be done with the trade. And I had it, that's all I could quote the max, right? So stayed in this trade. As soon as I got in this trade, I was immediately in drawdown. Okay, kept going higher. I guess when this failed, when we had the closure above that, I should have known that was going to fail, right? Now, where should I have known that this trade was going to fail? The order block, we respected the mean threshold. We're still respecting the mean threshold. I mean, there's not much I could do in this trade because I couldn't really put my stop at the high because it would be plus my maximum trade. But I followed the checklist. Everything on the checklist was checked off. Okay. It just didn't pan out. So the analyst was wrong today, or, it just didn't pan out, which is part of the game. Losing is part of the game. Okay. I accepted my risk disclaimers already. I'm not gonna win all the time. And if you're coming in here thinking you're always gonna be on a high and winning, 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 you're gonna be crushed, right? We're still respecting the mean threshold of the order block. But hey, my risk allowance didn't allow me to stay in this trade any longer. So my risk parameters, right, didn't allow me to stay in this trade because usually my stop would be at the swing high and I'll probably still be in this trade. Not that I'm saying that it's gonna come to drop down to take profit. It might not. But I'm just saying in general, right? My stop loss would have been at the swing high and I still would be in this trade, but my risk parameters didn't allow me to put my stop there. So it is what it is. It is what it is. This was good. I'm happy this happened today on this demo account. I'm pleased that I took this loss on this demo account and is giving me a learning experience, right? As to what I would do in a real account when I get these large CBs like that, these large fair value gaps, right? So now we tape read and see if, we use one bullet, okay? Didn't catch us anything. We actually we lost the leg there on that one bullet. We'll see if price will give us another opportunity to enter and use our second bullet, okay? But for now, I'm not in a rush to get back in the trade. We're just gonna let price do what it wants to do. Let's see if the key high or the swing high will get traded to and through here. And let's see if we're gonna hit TP6 on this trade to go into this buy side. Da 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 da. Okay, so yeah, now would be taken out above this swing, right? It'll be two takes above, well, two plus this plus two still would be getting taken out regardless. So that was good. That was good, Price. That was a good case study there. That was a good case study. Q. Let's see. Plus two. Hey, you'd be in this trade, but really, would you feel good about it? No, I wouldn't feel good about it. Well, let's see then. Let's see. Let me. Um, Hey, how are you? Okay. Bum, bum, chita. All right, so there you go. There you go. So two above the swing high, you still would have been taken out either way, right? So there you go. There you go. Nothing I could have changed or done differently in this trade. I followed the checklist, okay? Yeah, the key high traded to and through, okay? Swing high, displacement, leaving fair value gap, SIBI. You're not always going to win as a counter trend trade. We're sitting in a predominantly bullish market. Then the time was still ripe and valid, right? So we set our limit order. The only thing is we didn't know really where to put it because of the large fair value gap. So that's one thing I need to pull a pin in and keep collecting data on that. Okay, but the consequent encouragement is looking like right what the consequent encouragement -1 is looking like where I would want to be getting in, right? Okay, and then yep, stop loss. We used our maximum stop loss because our regular stop loss would have been over our maximum, so we was we had no choice but to use our maximum, right? Not where we preferably would want to put the stop loss. Either way, it still would have took us out, but yeah, targeting the 102, which wasn't hit. So yeah, followed everything to the T there. So really, I have no feelings about this trade. I'm not always gonna win. I need to understand that. It's part of my risk disclaimers. Okay, I accept the risk that comes with trading. Okay, and I understand that losing is part, that trading comes with real risk and that losing is part of the game. I understand that. So hey, if you take a loss and you already accepted your disclaimers, who can you blame for that, right? Nobody but yourself. So yeah, it's fine. I'm not always gonna win. I understand that. So follow the model, let the analysts lead. And they were wrong today, but they've been wrong. They've been right every other time, right? So it's cool. Okay, so let's talk about my psych. Well, I guess that was my psychology post trade, right? Analyzing the trading, looking back to see if I followed the checklist, which I did. So the responsibility was of this trade was out of my hand once I entered the market, right? So it's my job to follow the checklist until I get into the market. Once I'm in the market, is in the model and the market's hand, right? Let them do the heavy lifting. The rest is out of my control. I can just accept what's happening and do what I need to do. So yeah, it was I really enjoyed this trade for some reason. It was a good experience for me to be like, okay, so how would I have acted with that huge fair value gap like that, right? I guess that's why it's best to gain more experience trading on the demo and then, see everything that you need to see in terms of the model and how it comes, because it's not always going to come equal. So you have to gain more experience in the different versions of how the model comes. So you become more comfortable and you can trust that, hey, you know what you're doing when it happens. Doesn't mean you're not going to have losses because we're all going to have losses. The losses will come. As long as you control your risk and you don't, go on tilt and you keep following your model and your checklist and your routine and your processes, what can you do, right? What else can you do? Nothing. So, yeah, this was a good experience. So our next draw on liquidity is this buy side here, okay? With yesterday's AM session, buy side. No inefficiencies whatsoever. None, none, none. Does that mean when the drop comes, it's gonna be fast, right? Pain is on, taking me out to the sun. Cause yo, bum bum, I mean, tequila. Woo. I think if this was in my funded account, I would feel some type of way. I'm like, yo, I took my maximum loss there, bro. Like 750, bro. Like, come on, man. That could have been money in my pocket, man. Come on, man. Right? But because there's no monetary value here, it's easier, right? It's easier. And I'm building the confidence. I know I'm gonna lose. I understand that. I know I'm gonna win more times than I lose. So the probabilities are in my favor. So when I lose, there's nothing. As long as I followed my model, I followed the checklist, I have no blame, no fault there, right? Because once the trade is tagged in, we let the model and the market do the heavy lifting, right? I've done my part. I hate pills. But I want to be healthy, so hey, I suck it up. Suck it up. Suck it up. Okay, now if we get a spinner and it displays into the downside, does it make sense to enter again? Taking that liquidity. Hmm. I need to see it's been below back here though, right? I'm not sure about this right here, so If it does give us a setup, we're gonna tape read it. I'm not gonna get in. So we've taken that buy side above the key high, right? Swing, displacement, fair value gap. If I get a second fair value gap with a more of a displacement to the downside, I could potentially be interested, but for now, I'm not that interested. Technically, we haven't spent, well, we spent a long time above this key high. We spent too much time. Is this a lot of time though? Above that key high? Let's see. Okay, this is the displacement I'd want to see. But no fair value gap in this one there. So let's see if the price comes in here and we get lower prices. But if it does, cool. Be cool to collect that experience, but I'm not engaged. I won't be engaging. Swing above a key high, trade to and through, swing high, displacement to the downside. Let's tape read it. Let's tape read it. Sell -1. I'm gonna tape read this. Um, 10:50 to 11:10 macro is done. After this candle anyway. So let's see. Still above that key high. We have a swing, displacement to the downside, even the fair value gap. So why wouldn't I be entering this trade again? Because we spend a long time above that key high, so I don't know. I'm unsure here, so I'm just gonna tape read and feel no way about it, right? No harm, no foul. Right? So I'm okay to let this trade go without me. If it does pan out, I'm okay to let that go without me. I wouldn't have lost anything and I would have gained the experience. So either way, it would be a win-win for me. I still got a bullet I can use though, right? I still got a bullet I can use. But we've taken that buy side above a key high and it's displaced lower. It's creating liquidity in front of this CB. Let's do it. Let's do it. $65, 102. We're taking buy side above a key high, okay? And then it's displaced lower. Swing high. Fair value gap CB. We're still above it. That's the only thing I'm like conscious of. Hey, but let's see. It's my second bullet. If it gets me nothing, then it gets me nothing, right? Okay, tagged in that trade now at 11:14. It's 102. I guess before the trade, I was really on and off about this trade, right? I didn't really want to get into it. I wanted to tape read it, but then I'm like, we've taken liquidity above a key high, okay? We're still above a key high. Key high traded to and through, right? We got a swing high with a displacement to the downside, even a fair value gap to be. Is that much of a displacement though, after, being above that high, right? For so long? I didn't want to, I guess I should just tape read it, right? There was nothing wrong with me, just tape. Why did I feel the need to have to get in? Well, I guess to come to for that, I would say I want to listen to the analyst, and then the analyst was saying get in, so I got in. Was the analyst saying get in, or was the trader saying get in? We got a closure above that CB, so it's not a good sign. It's also not that terrible of a sign, right? Until we're taken out, we're still in this trade, right? This is my second bullet. Okay, if this trade loses, I'm done. I done. I got no bullets today. I came, used my two bullets. Probably got nothing. Well, probably don't know the outcome of this trade yet. If I got nothing out of it, I'm cool with that. I accepted the risk already. So right now it's in the model on the market's hands. It's not looking too good though, because we still have that buy side up there. So, oh no, we'll see. But it'll be good though. It'll be a good day to have taken two. Oh, yep. 2 bullets done up. And now we can no longer get back in the market, even if the model just presents itself A plus plus in our face, just like that. Now I will keep that there. Oh, let me keep this one here too to show, my L's. I had my stuff here. Yeah, there it took me out. See if TP6 of this trade will get hit. So, okay, let's talk about the second trade now, right? And why I probably should have stuck to my guts and just taped read and not got in like I didn't want to get in anyway, and then that's like, oh, fuck it, let me get in. That was like the trader trying to, come in front of the analyst and be Billy bad guy, right? So we're still above key highs, right? We're traded above key highs. We took liquidity above a key high here, okay? And we got some displacement to the downside, swing high displacement to the downside, even the fair value gap. CB entered in the CB above swing high. But now I guess, like I was saying, it was spending too much time above this swing high, above the key highs. When it was doing this, that's too much time above the key high, right? You don't want it to spend too much time above the key high, especially when we have another high right in close proximity to it. So what could I have done there, right? Was there something I could have done differently there? Anyway, let's do a trade performance review because I'm done actual trading now. My trading session is done because I used up my 2 bullets anyway, so there's nothing I can do really. So let's do a trade performance review. What? Excuse me, sorry. Let's look at the L's I took today. All right, so $1,000. No worries. No problem. All right, so what did I do well today? Woke up at a decent time, got my morning routine in, arrived at the desk by the time I wanted to arrive at the desk. Saw a model form, 950 macro, taped read it, didn't get in, didn't rush to get in, or even though I missed, I didn't like feel the need like I was missing the move or anything. Okay, I just literally tape read the move with you guys. Also, I guess that was telling me that was the move, right, for the morning. That was the move for the morning. So it can happen before 10 o'clock, all right? And the earliest I want to get in is 9:50, and my entry would have been 9:50. So yeah, that would have panned out. Okay, and I patiently waited for my model to form, okay, and I followed my checklist, I followed my routine, I followed my processes. It just happened that the trade didn't pan out for me, which is fine. It's not always gonna pan out. Where did I fall short? I would say where I fall short was saying that I was gonna tape read that second entry and then entering the second entry. That's if you gotta say what you mean and mean what you say, right? I said, okay, it doesn't look clear. It didn't look clear to me, and I didn't like how we spent a long time above the key highs. This is a long time to be like, if it's gonna go low, it needs to displace lower right quick, right? It can't spend too long above the key high. And saying that I'm gonna tape read and just watch it and actually entering it and wasting a bullet. When I said I didn't like, I wasn't confident on that setup, right? So if you're not confident on the setup, why would you then enter the setup? Where are you gonna get? It's just gonna make you less confident when you lose. You like because you wasn't even confident on the setup in the first place. So that's where I fell short today. But the first trade was 100%, valid. Not that the second wasn't valid. It's just I wasn't completely sure, so I shouldn't have entered the market. But yeah, the first one, no qualms there. Nothing I can argue or say. I didn't do anything wrong there. Just I guess how can I improve for the next trade? I'm done with where I went short. How can I improve for the next trade would be on large fair value gaps like this. I'm looking to enter at the Queen Square Encouragement -1, right? Or +1, depending on what kind of fair value gap we get. So on large fair value gaps, look to enter at the Queensland country. There's always a risk of not being tagged there because I might not want to completely get up there. But hey, in terms of risk parameters, if the risk allows me, then yeah, that's what I would want to get in. But getting in here and putting your stop here, it's not even covering the first initial fair value gap. So I want to get in a point where I can have all fair value gaps at least somewhat covered, right? So moving forward, that's what I'll be doing. Also, to improve for next trading day, if I'm not confident on the trade on the setup because I've spent too much time above the key high, be okay with just tape reading it and not having to get into the market, right? Because I could have saved my bullet and just taped read instead of going in and using my second bullet when when I wasn't sure, right? Because I was I wasn't sure. I wasn't confident on the trade. So why would you waste a bullet on something you're not confident or sure about, right? Which is what I did. So it's okay. It's a learning experience, all right? I did it with no monetary value behind the trade. So it's a learning experience. And as I do this more, I'm going to gain more confidence, more experience, all right? In trades like this, like I wouldn't even, why did I feel the need to even still get in right after I debated and I was like, I wasn't sure, I wasn't confident. But then it's like a key high, swing high above a key high displacement. Hey, it could have panned out, could have not. Would that have made this trade any better or anything? I still feel like I followed the checklist. I just didn't like that I spent so long above it and it wasn't much of a displacement, right? And for us to have spent this much long time, I needed much more of a displacement there. But that's just, something experience will tell me. I followed the model on the checklist, the swing high, displacement, fair value gap above a key high. That's what it says, right? But with more experience, I'll get to see how these trades, it's not worth taking or worth taking, right? So either way, took 2 losses on the day, used up my 2 bullets, got the experience I needed. We had the setup form prior to 9:50, well the entry well prior to 9:50, the entry at 9:50, which is the earliest we can get in the trade. So the setup can form from 9:30 to 9:50, but you won't be getting in until post 9:50, right? So 9:50 right there. And before the news too. So my drawn liquidity is this buy side up here, and if price wants to keep going higher, we have Monday's previous daily high, and we have Friday's AM session and previous daily high above here. Okay, so that's my draw on liquidity right now. I'll read the PM session, lunch session, and see if we have setups formed, but I won't be engaging. All right, so that's it for today. We're done here. It was a good morning session. Okay, good experience, good losses taken. Taken on the chin. I don't feel no type of way because I followed my model, my checklist, and the processes. So, hey, I'm not always gonna have up days. There's gonna be down days, down months, down years. But as long as I'm consistently following, being disciplined enough to follow my models and my checklists and my processes that I've laid out here, then I'm doing my job, right? So that would be it for today. Yeah, yeah. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. But yeah, done for today. See you guys tomorrow. NFP Tuesday. So, hey, does that take into effect? Who knows, right? We'll see. Oh, I guess when the M1 failed, right? When M1 failed, I have to wait for the setup on the M5. I didn't take that into effect, right? But that's something I'm still collecting data on. So let's see, because yeah, let's see. Let's see. We'll do some back testing on it and we'll do some forward testing on that with that in mind when M1 what is the liquidity when the M1 liquidity fails, if M1 open range liquidity fails, right, when it's taken on the M1 time frame, wait for M5. It fails, wait for M15. So we didn't get M5. But yeah, we'll see. I'm still collecting data on that. But anyway, this is dragging on now. So peace out. See you guys tomorrow. Done, done, done.